Hey there, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for March 2024. And don't forget to come back on a weekly basis for weekly astrological updates. This month is going to be fresh, clear, clean, and very straightforward for everybody. It's one of the smoothest months of this first half of the year. In fact, this whole video, getting planned, I've been telling everybody, I feel like this might be a little bit shorter than normal just because it's so simple. But that can be a nice break for everybody. And for you, this month is primarily going to be all about block busting and a lot of new big commitments across the board. We start off with the Sun and Mercury in Pisces together through the 9th. This is your 6th house of work, reputation, your schedule, anything to do with your lifestyle, and the services you offer to the world and what you get back for those services. And with Mercury and the Sun here, you're finding that you are starting to get a lot of payoffs ahead of schedule for a lot of hard work that you've been putting into this area of your life over the course of this last month. Mercury likes to speed up the rate with which we are accomplishing projects, and wrapping them up, but also at the same time getting the payoff or the payout or the payback for what we are doing. So this is going to also be a very busy first week and a half of the month or so for you. The Sun is bringing in a lot of attention, enhancement, support, and growth to a lot of your work environments, as well as anything that you've got going on where you're looking to get attention for maybe something that you've been putting out there, or you are looking to maybe get more value back from what you are contributing to a workforce, a team, or a community. And that's going to be a big theme here, actually throughout all of the month of March for you. After the 9th, Mercury moves on into Aries and will be joined by the Sun after the 18th. And this is your 7th house of partnerships, closest one-on-one connections. This is your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you have your closest one-on-one involvements with. And Mercury is all about speeding up developments here, speeding up growth here, as well as completing a lot of maybe commitment or relationship stories that are due to be completed so that everyone can graduate to the next level. The Sun is, of course, bringing in all kinds of good fortune and enhancement and attention to any kind of joint pursuits, joint projects, or relationships that you have here. Business partnerships are going to be thriving during this time, and a lot of new recreational activities, a lot of new bonding activities are coming to your closest friendships and romantic relationships. Things that are really kind of just bringing in a lot more ease, a lot more grace, a lot more levity, a lot more lightness. It's all in all going to feel like a bit of a vacation here. We've got Venus and Mars together in Aquarius through the 11th of this month. And so this is your 5th house of romance, recreation, creativity, creative enterprises, and your relationships with your kids. And with Mars here, this is all about overcoming any kind of obstacles that maybe have been slowing down healthy growth or progress in this area or any of these areas of your life. There could be a lot of opportunities to get out of any kind of confining situations that have been maybe preventing you from having the relationship that you want to have, or maybe a relationship get on the road or in the lane you want it to be in, whether it's a relationship with a partner, a child, or a creative collaborator. This can, however, also bring up some clashes and conflicts. Sometimes Mars tends to knock heads against each other in order to break down any kind of mental, social, or emotional hang-ups or barriers to these things going on. So, be mindful that those kinds of situations could come up as well, but it's all in the interest of kind of, getting things out of our system. And Venus is going to be bringing in a lot of new love into your world, period. Venus in this part of your chart is going to turn a lot of you who might be, out on the town, out on the prowl into love magnets. And for those of you who are already coupled, this is going to be kind of a honeymoon period for a lot of you, right? Bringing in a lot of renewal of love languages and maybe, just sort of sweet exchanges that are going to take you back to yesteryear in your love life. This is also a time where a lot of creative pursuits and personal enterprises are being lifted up by people that are now, getting to see what the goodness is in what you are doing, the work you've been putting in, the work that actually has gone into any kind of creative enterprise you've got going on. And so there's a little popularity boost here as well. After the 11th, Venus moves on into Pisces, and Mars will be joining her after the 21st. This is your 6th house, again, work, reputation, schedule, lifestyle, and all of that. And with Mars here, you are going to be finding that there's going to be a lot of opportunities to put yourself out there to compete for a lot of new roles, new recognition, possibly even new jobs for some of you, or things that could be considered competitive wins that are almost more like environmental changes, or maybe even lateral moves, again, possibly even new roles completely, that will have enormous payoffs for you as we go into the middle to final fourth of the year. So Qs 3 and 4, you're kind of setting up for some big success down the road here if you lean into this. And Venus is also going to be turning you into an affection and attention magnet here as well, but in the form of money, in the form of reputational gains, reputational boosts, right? Getting you into a space where better business, as well as even more favor among maybe a lot of work or career entities that you have been engaging with, is going to be setting you up for success now and later. We've also got Venus here transforming a lot of rules and policies around you that you've been working with or working under to be more favorable for you. And that's also going to be a big part of the beginning of April. We have a new moon in this part of your chart on the 10th of the month, and this is indicating some kind of very important new work, community, or financial commitment that is going to get put on the table for a lot of you, and this is something quite beautiful. Sometime between the 10th and the 24th of the month, you're going to want to perk your ears up and be ready to engage, because there could be a very cool new start or seed getting planted that is going to have a big payoff now and later. This could be a fresh start in work, or this could even be some kind of new team or new work ally, new friend, or new important work-oriented commitment that is going to be worth more than its weight in gold. And finally, we also have a full moon lunar eclipse in your sign on the 25th of the month, which is opening up a 3-month window period for some important transitions that may be long overdue. Whenever we have a full moon in our sign, regardless of whether or not it's an eclipse, right, which is just exponentially amplified, this is your full moon. This is something that you can use to quit, eliminate, clear, or purge whatever you want, right? This is a part of that block busting focus here. And when we talk about a full moon lunar eclipse in the first house, pay attention to what it is you want to leave behind, abandon, end, close up, or separate yourself from as we go through the end of March all the way up through the end of June. Is there something you want to get out of? Do you want to quit maybe a habit? Do you want to end something that has been binding or controlling you? Do you want to change jobs? Do you want to move? Do you want to make a big transition in terms of a life path you've been on? This is an ideal moon because it can be worked on for almost anything, but because it's in your sign, it's going to be up to you to start that process by doing the work too. So that is what I've got for you, Libra folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.